just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Pull me up, play me like a baby.
Right then, just checking everything was a-okay with the stream, so everything is now all set up and ready to go. So good evening everybody, welcome to Mexico for the Tier 1 Grand Prix here in IFC, and it's TJ who is currently on his lap. We are on board with the Flying Welshman in the Red Bull car. 56.233 is the split time in Sector 2. What sort of lap should we expect here from the Flying Welshman? Omega and Abisi Boy very, very close in their lap times there in second and third. But TJ does what TJ does, and TJ is dizzy. So we'll now go to the man in the Williams. It's going to be Coke-tastic. What sort of lap will Coke set here? It's a 1:15.5 for the Williams driver. Carsey in the Mercedes. So let's see what Carsey can do. So, not too sure who isn't here, who should be. I believe it is Timple. He can't race tonight. So, the Ferraris is going to be Kilgore. Let me just try and find out who else we are missing from this Tier 1 lineup. So, it would be the AlphaTauri. So, we are actually missing the two drivers which aren't going to be here with us this evening. So let's ride on board with A1 at the moment here in the Alfa Romeo. A surprise championship contender really in the Alfa Romeo, so very good racing so far this season from Aiden, and he's going to be a strong contender here today. He doesn't really like the track very much, but with Aiden, expect the unexpected really. So Aiden is one of the ones to watch here. Obviously race ban last week at the Portimao round for the Alfa Romeo driver, but it's going to be a 1:15.1. Demo Dan. That weren't the right time to switch to you, was it, buddy? Who is currently on a lap? Kiwi is invalid. Arrows has just started a hot lap, so we'll ride on board with the owner of the league. Kiwi is out of qualifying in the Alpine, so we won't be seeing much of Kiwi here today. He did say he would be the first person out of qualifying, and that fact he said right there is factually correct. So Kiwi is out. Arrows, his TT this week, has been pretty impressive in the AlphaTauri, so Arrows could potentially be one to watch. And could we see a Q2, maybe even Q3 appearance from the IFC owner here today? Let's wait and see, as he goes very nicely there through the S's. What sort of split time should we expect from Arrows? And he invalidates. So we'll ride on board with Slaz now, as he is just inside Sector 1 there. So Slaz coming up to the S-Bends now then in the McLaren. Car that I was driving in the Tier 2 race. So very nice car indeed to drive as well. And the DRS is open. It's a 56 flat there for Slaz in the McLaren. So round the stadium section of this Mexico circuit here. And what sort of time will we expect from Slaz? Oh, Slaz is a spinner. Seen a couple of drivers lose it there already here today. So that could certainly be a corner that does impact quite a few drivers. And Extreme is on a outlap. Good evening, Taylor. Good evening, Mint Elephant. Welcome to Tier 1. And let's ride on board with Extreme then. Back onto his lap. The Aston Martin driver, his teammate currently sitting P6. He is yet to set a lap. And as we know, Extreme is one of the fastest drivers over here in IFC. A very competitive lineup here in Tier 1 this season, and it's something that has been one to certainly watch out for, is this Tier 1 championship this season. Stonk's currently fastest in Q1 though with a 1:14.4. Then you've got a BC boy with a 1:14.5, and Kai, that is very close there between second and third at the moment. So you've got a Mercedes second, and it's a Haas 3-4. Haas looking very strong here at Mexico. So Extreme then, what lap is it going to be? It's a 55.6 in Sector 2. Got yellow flags in Sector 2 and 3. I think that may well have been for the car that Extreme has just passed though, as he was slowing down to let Extreme by, so he did not block his lap. Extreme then rounds the final corner of this Mexico circuit. What's it going to be? It's a 14.6. The top five very close together here today. Kilgore has had enough. He thinks his lap is enough to get him through into Q2. TJ has just started a flyer. Demo Dan though coming through the stadium section here. What sort of lap will Demo Dan set? Demo Dan has been quite impressive here in Tier 1 this season, the former Tier 2 champion, and he is now in Tier 1. Only enough for P11 for Demolition Dan. It's going to be TJ who we'll look at next. The only driver not to set a lap yet, who is currently on his lap, and it is the Welshman in the Red Bull. And what sort of lap will we expect from TJ? So TJ obviously one of the quickest in IFC on his day, especially back in the first season of IFC. TJ was a very impressive driver, so he's going to be hoping he can find that form once again here in Mexico and in Tier 1. Aiden is invalid. Demo Dan is invalid. Arrows, where are you, sir? You're just coming through the stadium section now, and you're on your outlap. So let's look at Jesper. It doesn't look a awfully quick lap here from Jesper, but I think he might get an improvement on his time. So Jesper then round the final corner. He does improve. It's a 1:15.7. So the guys that are struggling at the moment are the two McLarens, Slaz and Meatball. So those two really are going to want to be making their way through into Q2. And the two Alpines as well there, 15th and 17th. So not the best of qualifying session for Oscar's Alpine and McLaren Academy so far. The bottom four drivers on the board, all four of his drivers for today. So Slaz must have invalidated there coming down the last corner. Extreme has had enough, so has Stonks. Both of those think they are through, and with those lap times I certainly believe that that will be the case. We'll be seeing Stonks, Extreme and Kilgore through into Q2, sorry. And Kai as well retiring. I expect we'd see a BC Boy and Luca as well ending their qualifying one very shortly. And XRL Jacob then is going to come across the line, only enough for P14. So Meatball is still not to settle up, as is Slaz, as is TJ. So those three certainly are going to be looking to see what they can do, and certainly going to be wanting to get through in qualifying. So TJ currently there in P18. It's only TJ now not to set a lap as well. Meatball and Slaz. Both P11 and P12. Aiden currently P10. Carsey so far only in P8. I'm just going to get Taylor in. Not sure what account to invite him on though. So Taylor, if you can let me know, is it going to be Taylor Boss? Or is it going to be IFC Tay-Tay? It's going to be Taylor Boss then, who will be joining us on comms here for the Mexican Grand Prix. I think he's just trying to find his headset. So apologies for the menu screen just there. TJ still yet to set a lap, and if he is going to want to, he's probably only got one more attempt at doing it. So this has to be the lap for TJ. This has to be the lap that he will set, and this will have to be the lap that gets him through into Q2. At the moment, the drivers will be losing, will be Arrows, Kiwi and TJ. Hello, Taylor. Are you in the lobby? Fair enough. So TJ coming through Sector 2, and Taylor is now in the lobby as well. So TJ just coming up to the S-Bends then. I'm not too sure who is behind him, but Arrows and Demolition Dan, you are not safe yet. You both will have to set another lap. Jesper, you're not safe either, but you haven't got time to set a lap. Dan and Arrows both currently on track. The only 3 drivers then who are attempting a lap here are Demo Dan, Arrows and TJ. Taylor, let's ride on board with Demo Dan. Take us through the lap. Taylor. I think Taylor might be dead, guys, so anybody send a search party out. Taylor has gone missing. Demolition Dan in Sector 2 then will be the next one across the line. Both Red Bulls and a AlphaTauri out on the circuit at the moment. Jesperb and Coke, you boys are not safe at the moment. We could potentially lose both of you in this qualifying session. Kiwi is the only one that is definitely out of qualifying at the moment. Demolition Dan currently 3/10 up. That will be more than enough to save Demo Dan here in qualifying. I think Arrows, you might well have to pull something out the bag here. You need to find maybe a couple of tenths. Demo Dan is safe then. Arrows needs to find 2 tenths from his lap here. TJ needs to set a lap here. He cannot afford to make a mistake in the Red Bull car. What sort of lap is TJ going to do here? Is TJ going to make it out? TJ P14 didn't see if Arrows made it through. So what everyone is waiting to see, Arrows into Q2 for the first time this season then. P15 for Arrows. Both Williamses and a Alpine are out of qualifying. Good evening, Red Bull MV, Sir Mr. Carson. Nice to see you here once again, supporting IFC. Aidan and Arrows both in the chat as well. Captain Angus, Extreme, Mint Elephant, SFO Trapper, and Taylor Boss. I think Mando Ando 2.0. That sounds like something. Whoa! Now this is interesting. We have rain. We do have rain here, guys. So Q2 will be a intermediate qualifying session. Let's just try and find who the first car on track is. It is going to be Kai in the Haas then, who we will be riding on board with. Here he is. Good evening, Carsey's dad. Sorry guys, just bear with me. Just trying to get Taylor in. So Kai will certainly be the first one on a lap here then. So Arrows through to Q2, guys. Do we think Arrows will make a Q3 appearance? Only just scraping through in the AlphaTauri. TJ only just scraping through in the Red Bull. It took his final lap of Q1 to get him through. And not the best of starts to Kai's lap there, nearly spinning coming out of the final turn here in Mexico. But it is wet, tricky conditions. Could we see a few surprises sprung here? Let's wait and see as Kai enters turn 1 very nicely through there and into turn 2 very nicely through that section of track there for QBR20 Kai. But across the sector split time then, what will it be? It's currently a 30.6 there for Kai, as he is now in sector 2. Not really too sure on corner names here, so bear with me guys, do apologise about that one. Taylor Boss has once again rejoined the lobby here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and he's in the party as well. But Kai through the S-bends then in the... Ah, there we go. Taylor, I can hear you this time. But Kai across the split line, what is it going to be? It's a 1 minute 2.35 for Kai as he comes through to the stadium section then in the Haas. I think he is in Mick Schumacher's Haas as well, is Kai. But power down then coming out of the final corner. Kai crosses the line with a 124.8. Ah dear. Looks like it's just me then tonight, eh? I hate doing it on my own. I'll have to uninstall Twitch and reinstall after. Well, at the end of qualifying and stuff, you can do the old live stream if you're watching, Taylor, because Demo Dan, P5. Are you going to stay in the party, or? TJ just scraping through in the Red Bull as took his final lap to do it, and final lap to get him through in qualifying, and he is here once again in Q2. So could we expect a Q3 appearance for both Red Bulls and the AlphaTauri that is here today? TJ into the stadium section, and very nicely through there, to be fair, doing exactly what I do, going to gear 3 through the stadium section, very nicely through there for TJ. What lap will TJ set? A little bit of a drift out the final corner, and it's 25.2 for TJ. This is the man that the Red Bull MV is waiting to see. Apologies he's not featured yet really on the stream, but it is Carsey. A little bit of a drift there for Carsey, and Carsey goes P2. Now this is the man that Taylor wants to see on stream in BRT Arrows. Luca bottled it, did he? Oh, Luca is out. Arrows is a spinner as well out the final corner. Is anyone actually on a lap at the moment? Omega is on a lap at the moment in the Aston Martin. Let's ride on board with Slaz, because Omega has set a lap, so it's going to be Slaz who we'll wait and see. Don't know if it's going to be a wet qualifying 3 here today, but certainly is wet in Q2, and it was wet for Tier 2 at the end of the race as well, so very interesting Tier 2 race, very interesting ending to be fair, with the safety car, 3 laps to go at the end. But Slaz, what sort of split time will it be? It's a 103.1. This looks like a fairly decent lap for Slaz here. As Slaz does enter the final corner then. Extreme is just going through the pits. What time is it going to be? It's a 25.3. Stonks is on an out lap. The only 3 drivers yet to set a lap at the moment is Stonks, Arrows and Jacob. Demo Dan is not going for a lap. I think TJ might be on a lap here, so let's look at TJ. Currently very close between 5th down to 8th at the moment here. But is TJ going to be up on his time at Sector 2? 4 tenths up. That is enough for the second fastest lap in Q2 at the moment. TJ through the stadium section of the circuit into the final corner. TJ puts the power down. What lap is it going to be for TJ? It's going to be a 24.7 P2 for TJ. Carsey is on a lap. Apparently he's 3 tenths up. So is Carsey going to potentially take... He's not. It's a 124.5. So Stonks is next up. I think there's probably other people who are on laps, but Stonks hasn't set a lap yet, and we know what sort of pace Stonks has got. So we're going to look at Stonks here. Will he be able to take P1 off Kai here? So Stonks into the stadium section then. And very nicely done there by Stonks as he clips the apex there on the final corner. And it's going to be, for Stonks, it is enough for P1. That was a decent lap there for Stonks, to be fair. Who was that? So, Demo Dan, apparently a fastest Sector 1, so could be on for a very strong lap here. So, Demo Dan through the S section of the Mexico circuit. And what is it going to be across the split time? Not much by at all. Just the narrowest of margins, and it'll only be enough to get him up to P8. He has been on these intermediates for 4 laps so far, though, has Demo Dan. The lap, will it be much improvement? It'll be 3 tenths, enough for P5. Meatball has done 5 laps on his intermediates. Jacob is still yet to set a lap. Don't really know who to ride on board with here. Who will? Meatball. Let's ride on board with Jacob then, one of the 2 drivers out on track currently who have not yet set a lap. So Jacob then across the split time, it's a 102.8. Jacob, a very strong driver to be fair, currently leading the Tier 2 Championship. But Jacob will be coming into the final corner right about now as there's yellow flags, but it's going to be a 124.8 for Jacob. So now we're going to go see Arrows. And Arrows is invalidated. A BC boy then. What will a BC boy do here? A lot of drivers now going into the 24s. Going to need to see a few more if we want to see 10 drivers through to Q3, because Luca currently holding that 10th place spot. TJ is on a 124.7 at the moment. Aiden just starting his flyer. Arrows into the pits, and I don't think Arrows is going to have time to do a lap. I think that might be Arrows disqualifying over. TJ 4/10 up on his time apparently. Slaz is out. So where will TJ find himself here in Q2? I don't know if he's going to improve this lap round, to be honest. Will TJ? And I think that is his lap over. Yes, it is. It's invalidated. So Aiden is invalid. Carsey, there we go. 124.1. He's not going to have time to do a lap though. There's 1 minute 20 left of the session. Who? Demo done? Stonks has had enough. That is Meatballs qualifying over. Arrows may just scrape it. He might just make it across the line. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to fall just short. The only one who can pull himself to safety is going to be Kilgore. And if Kilgore does make it into the top 10, Omega will be out of qualifying. So Omega's going to be watching this lap, hoping that Kilgore cannot improve. Carsey could be on for an improvement. I think Omega is actually on a lap himself. So Omega is apparently 3/10 up on his time. So it may well not be Omega who we lose. It could well be Jacob. It wouldn't actually be Jacob. It would be... Extreme has crashed, yeah. I think we're only going to have 7 cars in Q3. What did you say, Taylor? Yeah, go on. End of Q2. Is audio on? Is audio? Yeah, it is. I didn't realise that audio was on the old. Yeah, so Curry in a hurry. It will not let anyone include their audio, unfortunately. There's been some issues with Twitch this evening, so I do apologise about that. But only 7 drivers in Q3, and we are loaded into Q3 now, so Taylor. Yeah, 2 drivers crashing out at the end, and I think they were both teammates as well, weren't they? Yeah. It's going to be Stonks first. Yeah, I actually remember, I'm just reading the Tier 1 general chat at the moment, I remember when that happened to Carsey. I believe it was France. If Aiden or Arrows are watching the stream, do you know if we're going to see any rain in the race? If you could tell me, that would be great. Or, oh, Stonks getting a little bit twitchy there. As Stonks does start his lap then. Yeah, and me. I was trying to remember who I was trying to watch then, and then I remembered it's TJ. Don't normally see TJ. No, it's not TJ, it's Stonks. Sorry guys, it's been a bit of a long day for me, so no rain in the race. This is TJ, no rain in the race. Arrows is saying all dry, lads, so full dry race here at Mexico, and every driver will have a free tyre choice, so that will certainly bring quite a few alternate strategies. I think a few drivers going for the mediums at the start, maybe even a couple going for the hards. I don't think you'll see many going on the hards, to be honest, because it's not a great tyre to use around here at all. You'll see a few on the softs as well. But Stonks goes a 125.4. Let's see who the next car across the line is. It would have been a BC boy, but I think he must have been invalidated. So it's going to be Kai, but he is also invalid. Demo Dan is invalid, so it's going to be Castle. No, it's not. It's XRL Jacob. As Jacob does come through the final corner now in the Alpine, and Jacob sets a 25.2. Okay, for a second it didn't come up that Abisi had set a lap, but apparently he has, so it's a 124.9 for Abisi. Carsey in the other Mercedes then. What lap will Carsey set here? Is it going to be pole? It's not. It's a 24.9, only just faster than a BC boy. Stonks is looking absolutely rapid here in Mexico, and Stonks is down on his time. A BC boy, is he going for another? I don't think he is. So who shall I go to? It's going to be Kai next in the Haas. So 4 out of the 7 drivers in Q3 of now set laps. So it's going to be Kai who comes round the final corner in his Haas to set the next lap in qualifying, and it's a 24.6, only just. And Kai in P2. Demolition Dan will be next, or is Jacob on a lap? Jacob is on a lap. He is 2/10 up on his time at the moment. Needs to find a little bit more time if he wants to make an improvement, and he could take P3 here. What lap will Jacob set? It's going to be just a slight improvement there for Jacob. The Demo Dan is going to go P6. The slowest of all the runners at the moment, Demo Dan then in the Red Bull. TJ is now on his lap in the Red Bull. It's a Red Bull 6.7 at the moment. Mercedes 3.4. And TJ does cross the line, and only enough to beat his teammate then. Yeah, so regardless if they do finish last, as my co-commentator, who you can't hear, has just said, will be a decent starting position, to be fair. And Kai does take pole. Five minutes left of qualifying. And Kai takes P3. TJ 2/10 up on his time at the moment. That will be enough to... Yeah, purple sector 2 for TJ there. Now I think if he can carry the pace that he's had so far on this lap round, it could be P4 or P5 for TJ. What is it going to be? It's a slight improvement. Yeah, very close between those two, separated by 200ths of a second. Tarsi, Abisi and TJ. Demo Dan is getting dizzy. It's lucky Carsi was on an outlap there. And yeah, I think the next one to actually go onto a lap will be Carsi himself. As Kai is just going into his pit box. I think a BC boy is on his way out, and Carsi is going to be the next one across the line then. So Carsi will be the next driver to set a lap in the Mercedes, and he's going to need to find 6/10 if he wants to take provisional pole in qualifying. He's going to need to find 6/10 anyway, regardless if he does want to take poles at the moment for the Mercedes driver. So will we see any improvement through sector 1? Very nicely through the first few corners for Carsi, but turn 3 and he invalidates. So that lap will be no more for the Mercedes driver. TTM Stonksen will be next in the Alfa Romeo. And Stonks very nicely through turn 1, 2 and 3. That must have only just been valid because it was very similar to how Carsi took that corner. I think Stonks has just done a purple S1, so very nicely through sector 1 there for Stonks. Obviously the track will be getting quicker and quicker here in Mexico, so Stonks through the S's. Will we see much of an improvement in sector 2 for Stonks? What will it be across the split line then? It's going to be 3.5 tenths for Stonks. Could we see this lap going into the 23s maybe? If he can make improvement through Sector 3, this is certainly a very nice lap for Stonks. I think Taylor's just threw his headset off there. And it is. It's a 23.9 for Stonks. Demo Dan is invalid again. Yeah, he was on another lap though, weren't he? He invalidated. So, Carsey. Carsey needs to find a second. We'll have to wait and see. Four tenths up on his time then is Carsey. That would be enough for P2. Needs to make some improvement though. He's got one more run I think in him. So Carsey in P2. Who is next? It's going to be Demolition Dan, 2 tenths up on his time. Stonks improves once again. And Demo Dan then across the line, and he takes P5. Is it going to be... It's going to be TJ next then. Now if I know TJ, he's going to have his foot flat to the floor and he will be pushing this car to the max in the Red Bull. 3 tenths up on his time. So that is enough for P3 at the moment. As TJ then gets back on the gas. Oh, invalidates the last corner. That is going to be heartbreaking for TJ. That is Jacob done as well. So it's next going to be Demolition Dan in the Red Bull. Will we see someone take pole from Stonks? Carsey will not be able to, as his qualifying is over with a 124 flat for Carsey. It's going to be Demo Dan next across the line. It's P4 for Dan. Who is next then? It is Kai in the Haas. Looked very strong at the start of qualifying. Apparently he's 4 tenths up on his time. Will he be able to find more improvement? He does, but he doesn't move up any positions in this one. Abisi's qualifying's over. That is Stonks on pole here in Mexico. So, Stonks will start this race on pole then. so just waiting to load into the lobby. Yeah, they'll probably load straight in, I'd have thought. And TJ's name in the server has now changed. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Taylor. Waiting for players. They'll be putting their setups on and everything. Yeah, so everyone is starting to ready up. So, formation lap then. Oh my days. I've just had a look at one of the tickets from Tier 2. Wow, someone's put 11 clips in. Yeah, I've just tried changing it myself as well. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, the stream's back up. So, apologies about that, just having some issues with the light stream. But 18 cars there on the grid then. So, Stonks on pole, Carsey P2, Kai P3. 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Meat Bill, what happened there? Very slow start. Demo Dan, what a start for you, son, in P3. But Demo Dan, side by side, 3 abreast going into turn 1. Who's going to come out of it as the race lead? It's Demo Dan, he's got his nose in front. What a start for Demo Dan. Extreme is round TJ as well. So not the best of starts there for TJ. 1 Red Bull getting a flying start, and 1 Red Bull not having the best of starts at all. But Demo Dan, what a great start for you. So, majority going for the medium tyres, and a few going on to the softs. Extreme has spun at the SC. Kilgore up 7 positions, so amazing start there for Joe. And Demo Dan is your race leader. Who's that that's spun? It's XRL Jacob. Yeah, good start there for Arrows. There was contact there between Stonks and Demo Dan in turn 1. Taylor, you're echoing really bad. Demolition Dan, your race leader then. And Stonks is the first one to pick up a time penalty in the Alfa Romeo. So Stonks P2. There's swapping and changing between the 2 Mercedes drivers. Kiwi is out of the session. And what do we have? Is it a VSC or is it a full safety car? Can't see. It is a VSC. So virtual safety car. I think Carsey might have had a desync there in the Mercedes. What a start for Kilgore. So Kilgore, 5-second penalty for Kai. Yeah, it's his left end plate there for Kai that he's lost. So Kai is out of this one by the looks of it, because we only have a virtual safety car, not a full course safety car. So DRS is now enabled, the VSC is over, and Kai is just going to get absolutely swamped here, because how closely bunched up the field is, it is just not going to work out properly at all for Kai. I'm going to ride on board with the Ferrari of Kilgore here, because he has had a absolutely storming start, and currently running P3. Arrows picks up 3 seconds. Omega is a spinner in the Aston Martin. Not the best of days for Aston Martin at all. Currently P16 and 17 at the moment. 3 laps in to this race, with Kilgore P3, Stonks P2 and Demo Dan in P1. Stonks side by side with Dan, 3 wide into turn 1, and it's Dan who comes out of it as your race leader. Demolition Dan in P1. Joe up to P2. Luca picks up 3 seconds. So Demo Dan then is your race leader from Joe Kilgore in P2. Then it is Stonks in P3. These two racing very, very aggressively. Demo Dan and Kilgore. There was a little bit of contact there between the two. Red Bull P1, Ferrari P2, Alfa Romeo P3 got yellow flags, sectors 2 and 3. Not too sure who that's for, but look at this battle going on for the race lead. Joe Kilgore goes for it, and he has the DRS, and Kilgore is now leading this race at Mexico. Tier 2 driver leading the Grand Prix. He used to be tier 1, but obviously with all the people that joined, he moved down to tier 2. He wasn't actually at the front of tier 2 at the start of the season, so Meatbell picks up fastest lap of the race. Carsey currently P3, P5 even, sorry. And what's happened here? Demo Dan and Kilgore side by side. And my timing screen has completely glitched, and it's fixed itself. Kilgore and Dan side by side once again. What a battle we've got going on at the front in this Tier 1 Grand Prix. It is a Ferrari from a Red Bull from an Alfa Romeo. Kilgore picks up a time penalty there in the Ferrari. Kai, the only one to pit so far. And he is now on the hard tyres. But yellow flags once again there, sectors 2 and 3. I think that might be a glitch with the game, to be honest with you, because that does keep coming up. I tell you what though, look how close the top 7 are, to be honest. And then there's a little bit of a gap back to Arrows in P8. Arrows and Aiden, the owner and co-owner of IFC, battling it out for 8th and 9th. Then you've got TJ as well in the mix. What a battle this race is turning out to be. Apparently, a BC Boy's 17th on track. That is not actually true. I think a BC is round about P4, P5. So, yeah. So, oh, TJ picks up 3 seconds, as does Meatball. So, this is a track that is quite heavily. The track limits aren't the friendliest, to say the least. So, Joe Kilgore leading the race. Pete is out of battery as well. So Aiden should be able to make this move. It's side by side between Aiden and Pete. Wheel banging. And then you've got TJ coming into this one as well. TJ has bad memories of this track in Tier 1. Last time he was on for a win when we last raced here. Who's that coming into this battle as well? Is it Omega? What a battle that's going on. Arrows down to P10, but not for long with how much the positions are swapping and changing here in the mid-pack. I'll tell you what, this start of this race has been one of the greatest Tier 1 races in IFC history. What a race we are having here. You've got a race going on for 1st to 6th, and then 9th all the way back to 15th. I'll tell you what though, TJ, at the moment, if he can keep this performance up, has to be, alongside Kilgore, driver of the day for me. Why not? What's he saying? Extreme picks up a 3-second time penalty. Arrows picks up another 3 seconds. So TJ currently the leader of the second pack of cars. Yeah, TJ nearly loses it there, so he managed to just about save it, but I think he's going to lose out. It's the Wi-Fi that TJ has. It's not the greatest at all. That is why TJ's not allowed to host lobbies anymore. But TJ P7, Omega P8, Aiden P9, and Arrows in 10th. Got Slaz in P11 as well. What a battle we've got going on here. Look how close these guys all are. You've got Coke as well in the pits now in the Williams. And then look at the battle going on for the top 7. Is it top 7? Top 6 places as well. Aiden gets a 3-second time penalty. Coke has pit for the softs. Kai is on the hards. Not too sure whereabouts a BC Boy is because my timing screen does keep glitching. So apparently he's a lap down. I don't think he is at all. But let's just have a look. He is just behind Stonks. So Abisi is currently P4, Carsi in P5. I tell you what, Joe is looking absolutely rapid here today, is Kilgore in the Ferrari. Extreme gets a 10-second time penalty. Right, that is going to be a race ban for Extreme. That is not what we like to see at all. So, Taylor, if you can go onto the stream and clip that for me, please. That is absolutely diabolical behaviour. So this really is going to help out Kilgore. Nah, send it to me privately, please. Yeah, Joe is in a very good position here. So, Carsi is now in the lead of this race. So, Red Bull MV, I'm sure you're happy in the chat. a BC boy has left the session. You can do it via Race Director. Just go onto their profile. I'm going to... it won't let me. It's because he's not in the lobby. Yeah, he did 100% Red Bull MV. I completely agree with that, Mr. Carson. Kilgore is in prime position to win this race now. He has, yes. Bahrain short. So, safety car should be in this lap, I'd have thought. And my timing has completely glitched, but let's have a look. Kilgore should get an absolutely storming restart. Carsey is the only one yet to pit. But and Luca down to P7. Kilgore is now your race leader. I'll tell you what, with the safety car, this could really bunch up this field. TJ has gone onto the hards. He wants to go to the end of this race on that compounder tyre. And I've got a feeling we could potentially see Carsey going for a one stop. With Kilgore your race leader, then Carsey in P2. Carsey and Demo Dan side by side with Stonks tucked in just behind them, and it's Demo Dan who comes out there in P2. Jasper picks up 3 seconds. TJ and a BC boy side by side, and it's a BC who gets the better drive. Aiden is up to P7 in this one. Who's gained the most amount of positions so far? It's Kilgore with 11 positions gained, and the most positions lost is Kai with 11 positions lost. Carsey now down to P5. I think we could potentially see Carsey in this lap. Let's wait and see. Will we see Carsey pit? I think we could quite well see Carsey in the pits this lap. No, we don't. He has stayed out. DRS has now been enabled as well, so and Omega is up to P5. Stonks picks up 3 seconds. There's only 3 drivers left in this race who do not have a penalty. That is Demo Dan, Carsey and Kai. So at this... where is the closest battle on track at the moment? Got to be Demo Dan and Kilgore that we watch, because how close they are, and Demo Dan has got the DRS, which is going to pull him even closer. He's not going to have the time to make a move here though, going into the stadium section. Coke has spun then, but Demo Dan takes up the race lead, but does he? Kilgore holds on. What a battle that's going on for first in this one, but Joe is not going to have the benefit of DRS down this short straight here, and he could lose out 2 positions as Luca and Stonks both go past him. There's contact between Luca and I think it was Demo Dan. Luca resets the track. So not the best of races for Luca in the Haas. So could we potentially see Demo Dan run away with this one now? What is the penalty situation at the moment? Arrows has 9. Slaz and Luca have 6. Everybody else with a penalty has only 3 seconds. Surely Carsey has got to soon think about boxing. Fastest lap at the moment is held by Meatball. A BC Boy and Jesper. And TJ picks up 3 seconds. Let's see what Carsey does here. Currently done 16 laps on the medium compound. I'd love to know what Carsey's tyres are on at the moment, because he stays out once again. Stonks almost was pulling away from Demo Dan there and nearly broke the DRS, so... What's happened to Carsey? Losing out to a BC Boy and Omega now. Carsey is really struggling here in the Mercedes. "100%, Mr. Carson. There is a crazy amount of time penalties out there today, but Demo, it is, yeah." So Demo Dan P2, Stonks in P1. Kilgore in P3 as Slaz picks up another 3 seconds. I seriously think Carsey is going to consider pitting this lap. he is starting to struggle on those tyres now. Let's see what Carsi does. I personally think we could see him in. I've been saying it for a few laps now. But no, he stays out. If it... Carsi is going medium to soft by the looks of it then, guys. Yeah. Omega and a BC boy. Aiden up to P4. Aiden looking very strong. Majority of people out there have committed to a 2-stop. The only two that are committing to a 1-stop are Carsi and TJ. TJ could, and Carsi could if he holds these mediums out for much longer, and Aiden is now up to P3. Skyon could potentially be correct with his prediction. Aiden could potentially win this race. Aiden is looking very strong this season. Obviously the race ban last weekend. Stonks has broke the RS to demo down. And Slazenger and Luca both falling down the field as well. Yeah, the drivers on the softs are going to start losing some grip around about now. That could potentially be when we see Carsi pit, to be fair, when these drivers all box. A BC boy with a snap of oversteer there. Slazenger with a 10-second penalty. Luca is out as well. A safety car now would really come to Carsi's aid. A safety car now would really play into Carsi's hands. Is that arrows that spun? Ah, he pitted. That is why Arrows has dropped so far back. He is the first to pit then. Is Arrows onto the medium compounder tyre. So Arrows P14, Stonks, Demo Dan and Aiden, the three soft runners in P1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Then you go down to the medium compound runners. How many penalties does TJ have? Currently 6 seconds. TJ does not have to pit again. So TJ is currently in net P1 of this race. Oh, Jesper nearly losing it there in the Williams. Kilgore picks up another 3-second time penalty. That puts his penalties up to 9 seconds. TJ goes to 9 as well. Kilgore is in. As is Jess Verb. That's a bit of a strange call from Kilgore. Did he start on the mediums by any chance? Let's just have a quick look. Oh. Oh, a little bit tired. As at the moment, I've only just realised it's a Alfa Romeo 1-3. How many warnings? Demo Dan is on 2 warnings. Carsey is in. Carsey has pit. He's gonna have to put the softs on here. And he does. TJ is in prime position to win this race at the moment. As Stonks P1, Dan P2, Aiden P3, Abisi P4, then you've got Omega, TJ, Kai, Meatball, Coke and Kilgore rounding out the points at the moment. Alpha are dominating today. Demo Dan pits and he picks up 5 seconds. Kai gets 5 seconds as well. Got a battle going on for the race lead between Abisi Boy and Omega. The only person not to have a time penalty in this race is Carsey. Has he got any warnings? He does. Carsey is on 2. TJ is in the lead of this race. Oh, I can't remember, it was that long ago. Carsey back up to P6. Could Carsey's one-stop strategy work? got 10 laps left of this race. And the only two drivers that are not on the soft compound tyre are Arrows, who's on the mediums, and TJ, who is on the hards. Is TJ doing a one? TJ is doing a one-stop. He's doing soft to hards. Meatbelt picks up a time penalty. Stonks is really catching TJ though, so TJ's party could potentially be over. TJ's fastest lap at the moment is a 1:18 flat. So yeah, Stonks is lapping so much quicker than TJ at the moment. Carsey in P4 really putting on a charge, chasing down the top three. Stonks is gaining 2 seconds a lap on the race leader at the moment, so TJ will not be the race leader for much longer at all. And look at that, Carsey takes the fastest lap of the race, a 1:15.7 for the Mercedes driver. So currently it's a Red Bull 1-3 with a Alfa Romeo in P2 and Mercedes P4. The Constructors' Championship battle is between Alfa Romeo and Mercedes at the moment. Kai gets another 3 seconds. Eight laps left of this race. As TJ now is very, very quickly being caught by your race leader. Carsey gets a penalty. 3 seconds for Carsey. Everyone in this race has a penalty. Carsey is catching like mad at the moment. Meatbell gets another penalty. TJ, no longer your race leader. Stonks has already pulled 7 tenths on TJ. He's already broke the DRS. Jacob picking up a penalty, a BC boy and Aiden. That looks like a battle to watch out for. As Pete picks up another penalty. He's now on 12 seconds alongside Jacob. Kai is on 11 and Meatbell is on 15. So Carsey now on the podium. just watching this battle between BC, Jesper and Aiden. Yeah, he was. Not quite too sure what happened with Aiden. I think he must have lost a little bit of time at pit stops. Now it's waiting to see how Kai picks up 3 seconds, how fast Carsey can catch TJ. I think Stonks is going to be your winner here today. Dan gets another 3 seconds. That now puts his penalties up to 8. Yeah, Arrows and Coke having a good battle there for the final few places. It's going to be an easy enough overtake there for Coke though. Yeah, TJ is out of this one now. That was a cracking move from Omega. A BC Boy's in the battle now as well. I'm about ready to fall asleep. As this brings back vibes of Season 2, the battle between 2nd and 3rd at the moment. As TJ and Carsey are battling it out there. Kai gets a 3-second time penalty. As does Jesper. So got, I think it's 4 laps left of this race. So Stonks with a commanding lead now in the Alfa Romeo. TJ P2, Carsey P3 and Demo Dan in P4. Aiden and Kai are battling. Looks like Kai has pit actually, so Kai losing out massively as Carsey is now chasing, trying to gain as much time as humanly possible for the Mercedes driver. TJ just sticking with Carsey, but I think Carsey will break DRS very shortly. Arrows is in the pit. Looks like a BC Boy and Kilgore is the closest battle going on at the moment for 7th and 8th. As Kilgore is defending quite well in the Ferrari from the Mercedes of a BC Boy. Carsey is slowly catching Stonks, but he does not have enough time to take that race lead. Dan has run out of battery in the Red Bull. So not long left of the Mexican Grand Prix at all here in Mexico. Yellow flags in Sector 1, that is the Haas, so that is going to be Kai who has spun. A BC Boy and Kilgore side by side in the stadium section. Arrows gets another 3 seconds. Omega and TJ side by side. TJ's tyres must be close to the end of their working life. Who currently has fastest lap? It's Carsey, so that is really going to help him in the fight for the championship. But we are into the last race of the last lap of the race, the last race of the weekend for IFC, and it is going to be TTM Stonks as your race leader, and barring any issues, he will be your race winner as well. Demo Dan and XRL Jacob battling for P5 and P6, with TJ in P4, a BC Boy in 7th as well in that battle. Kilgore has dropped off the back of that battle ever so slightly. Demo Dan and a BC Boy racing then very, very closely for P6 and P7. As TTM Stonks comes through the stadium section of the Mexico circuit, and the fireworks and confetti are going off, and it's going to be race win. It's going to be 25 points for TTM Stonks. Carsey will take that second place, with Omega coming home in 3rd. Then it's going to be Tay in P4, as Demo Dan does cross the line though. It's Aiden in P4. Aiden takes home 4th. That is going to help out the Alfa Romeo team massively for the constructors standings. So Kai is doing donuts on the track. We have Stonks and Omega with us, and Carsey has just joined as well. So what a race that turned out to be, boys. Fantastic for all of you. I know none of you can include your audio, so I'll have to ask the questions and basically just give the answers you're going to give me. So Omega, we'll start with you. I believe that is your second podium of the season in Tier 1, taking a podium at Zandvoort as well. Massive well done to you all for finishing on the podium. How does it feel to be back on the podium in IFC? So Omega basically saying he didn't have the greatest of weeks before this week, a couple of weeks break from IFC, and on the soft tyres he is very, very happy with his podium. Carsi, it looked a strange call for yourself taking the medium so long with everyone else on the track taking the two-stop approach for this race. What made you decide that the one-stop strategy would be the way to go for yourself here today? So, Carsi saying it wasn't the plan to go for the one stop, but it was due to his teammate BC Boy being just in front of him there, and basically it forced him to have to commit to the one stop strategy. And Carsi has come home in P2, and I think will still be the championship leader if I am correct. Now, a man that history really hasn't shown a lot of luck towards in IFC took his first IFC victory earlier in the season. I think it might be his third victory actually in IFC. Stonks on the top step of the podium once again. But certainly that is going to help your title charge chasing Carsi towards the end of the season. Yeah, I completely agree with what you've said there, Stonks. To be fair, you were certainly the fastest driver on the track today, and certainly taking a deserved victory. 5 races to go to the end of the season, and this is a championship fight that I can certainly see going down to the wire between you and Carsi. Obviously, how do you feel with the last 5 races of the season coming up? So Stonks basically saying that having Carsi as a rival going into the last 5 races isn't going to be easy. Abu Dhabi, not one of his strongest tracks. Then the last 4, he is very confident that he can challenge on and feels he can win the championship and constructors championship as well. Very close between the 2 drivers, so that could go down to the wire as well. Right then, that will be it for this evening with Tier 1 anyway. So thank you, Stonks, Carsi, and Omega, all for joining us on the stream. That will be good night from IFC. We'll see you on Thursday for Tier 7